You better start today. Hoda and Jenna. Hoda and Jenna. It's the only way. Hoda and Jenna. Hoda and Jenna. They make you feel like everything's okay and put a smile up on your face. Let's celebrate. Hoda and Jenna.
Heyo! Hi guys, welcome. It's the 4th day of November. Day before Election Day.
Day before Election Day, and also my mom's birthday.
Happy birthday to Miss Laura Bush.
Wow, look at that.
Oh my God, wait. Oh.
I know.
Wait, everybody cozied up in bed.
That's where we like to be most of all.
My favorite.
Don't you like to be in bed so much?
By the way, on Saturday, you know what I did?
Stayed in bed all day.
Nothing. I was in cozies all day. There were kids coming and going in the house. Who was that? I don't know. Did your mother come pick up that one? I don't know. You know what I want? Some days you just got to be cozy.
Well, totally. I mean, because we've had Halloween, which is a lot, right?
Right.
And now everybody just wants to spring ahead to.
Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening.
They're all. Would they want to go right to Christmas?
I think they do. I think everybody listens to Mariah Carey.
Of course.
And since she's the queen of Christmas,
they've
decided. She said it's Christmas now. And what's wild to me is that my children follow suit. Like somehow, and they're not on, social media or anything, but something has come into the DNA of these children.
So they want to go right to Christmas?
So yesterday in the car, Mila said, time to put on Christmas music. Yeah, like that. Like that. And I was kind of grumpy because it was Sunday night. And who isn't grumpy on Sunday night?
Exactly. That's what Sunday nights are for.
And she said, let's change this cheer around, Mom.
She did, and she wanted to play Christmas music.
And she put on Rudolph.
You know what? I love it. And there's a post that really sums up, because there are a lot of people who are feeling that way.
Right.
It's like they want to start celebrating something now. They don't want to, they just want to start celebrating. So here's what the post says. Halloween, October 1st to the 31st. November 1st to the 27th, Christmas.
Yes.
November 28th, Thanksgiving. Then November 29th to December 25th, Christmas again.
I think people just want cheer.
Yes, that's right.
And I actually, when she sprang my mood around,
did it help?
I was like, maybe we put up our tree before Thanksgiving.
Wait, what?
We did it. We usually do it like kind of in Thanksgiving weekend because we're just all there.
Everybody's together.
And why not?
Right, good time to do it.
But maybe we do it the weekend before.
You know what?
Or the Monday before.
Why not?
I know.
Why? You know
cheery.
what? Why not?
And I know that you've already started watching that creepy Rudolph.
Okay. First of all, I would like to celebrate with most of America in saying that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation version, is coming back to NBC. It's been away from us for 60 years. Now it's coming from CBS back home where it began, NBC. When you see the claymation, doesn't it remind you of, because that played no matter when it was on, like everybody from, it doesn't matter the age, it's on. So you watch it because
Do you not find it a little creepy?
No.
That weird snow monster.
The heat miser, right?
Why is there a heat miser in Rudolph? And also, why is there a dentist?
Well,
why is there a dentist?
The dentist is the star of the show.
Is the dentist Santa? No. I can't remember, but all I'm telling you is that thing gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Why?
Yeah, and I'm not the only. I'm not the only one.
Remember when they put mud on his nose because he didn't want to be different? Remember?
Oh, I feel sorry for him about that. But
remember? Oh, he was so cute.
I mean, he's cute, but some of the other characters are questionable. The Heatmeister.
But here's what I love about it. It's kind of funny when you have a show that many generations have watched. We kind of force our kids to watch something because, of course, they'll be like, wait, what? You almost have to jam it down their throat. But don't you kind of want them to love something that you saw when you, like the Peanuts. Do your kids like the Peanuts? Charlie Brown Christmas?
Kind of.
See, that's what I mean. I think we have to make them like things.
No,
I think
we don't.
We don't.
Remember, we're trying not to force anymore.
No, I think some things need to be forced.
Let them. Remember, we're going to let them be their own person.
I know, but sometimes we have to just introduce with them, put a little thumb on the scale. This is so cute. Your dad and I loved this when we were kids.
I know, but so I feel that way about A Christmas Story, for example.
Okay, that's
when he puts his tongue on the thing.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's cute. Now, there's parts of that reindeer show that are.
Why are you calling it a reindeer show?
Well,
it's Rudolph.
It is dark. There are moments that are very dark.
What are
if
you
I
talking
remember
about?
correctly.
Which you
Don't y'all remember? Some of y'all remember it.
No.
That Rudolph is weird.
No, Rudolph's not weird.
No, not. I'm not saying Rudolph as a character is
Rudolph
weird.
as some other characters.
Yes. All right. Anyway, should we move on?
Yeah.
So Netflix just released the Olivia Rodrigo Gut World Tour movie. So in it, she gave an interview with the streaming service, and she revealed one of her dating red flags.
I want to see.
The biggest red flag, okay, this is a very oddly specific question that I ask guys on first dates. I always ask them if they think that they would want to go to space. And if they say yes, I don't date them. I just think if you want to go to space, you're a little too full of yourself, 'cause I think it's just weird.
Okay.
I don't want to go to space, Olivia. I have no interest. Do you want to go to space?
Not at all.
It would make us nauseous.
No, nobody, look, most people don't want to go to space.
No, it'd be nauseous, quite expensive probably to get all the
on
way
the
up there.
SpaceX or one of those things.
Well, I guess. I don't want to fly around like that. I'd like to stay grounded.
You're not dating Olivia
Well, I
Rodrigo.
just want to tell Olivia, if she's interested, I don't want to go to space. But I also think it's so crazy.
It's such an interesting question.
Because I don't know if it would turn me completely off if
Now,
somebody
I think it does show you what their interests are.
Well, maybe they're adventurous or they grew up wanting to be an astronaut.
Right, I think that's... All right.
Okay.
All right. So last week we talked about celebrity lookalikes. You know, there were a couple of contests here in New York. Timothy Chalamet. Who was the other one?
Jeremy Allen White. They haven't had that one, but we're going to end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we asked if you guys wouldn't mind sending in a couple of pictures so we could see if the lookalikes are right. So
well,
Jenna.
Yeah, I didn't get any entries.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't get many, but Hoda did. So here's some fans that look like Hoda. Ready? Now. Wow, she does look like you. Look in that camera, please.
Okay.
This is Layla. Layla.
Hair.
I wish we knew more about Layla. Okay, this is from Danielle. Here's Danielle. Yeah.
Girl.
Remember when you had your COVID hair long for like one brief period? You look just like that.
Okay, go.
Okay, this is Jenny.
Okay.
Yes.
I see it. Jenny. Girl.
And then there was this adorable one. Oh, sent for me.
Oh, that was
this was Susan.
Oh.
Susan.
By the way, that is so cute.
Susan's so cute. And I looked like that when I was little, too. I love it. I got one and she was 10. Thanks, Susan. I know my skin looks great.
Send them in. Send in your look-like photos. It'll be fun. Head to hodaandjenna.com and hit the connect button.
Super cute. That was a lot of fun.
All right. We got a great show for you today. Emmy and Golden Globe winner Juliana Margulies. She's got a great new role to tell us all about.
But first, we're going to get the scoop on Shawn Mendes, Keke Palmer, and more from pop culture expert Naz Perez right after this.
Hoda and Jenna.
It is time to get you caught up on all the hot Hollywood headlines.
Pop culture expert and host Naz Perez is here. She's got the scoop. Hi, Naz.
Hi, Naz.
Hi, friend.
How are you?
Okay, so good. Festive in my, already ready for Christmas sweater.
All right, Shawn Mendes is making a lot of headlines. He's being honest and very vulnerable.
So vulnerable. I am so excited. Shawn Mendes is coming out with his first album in 4 years, self-titled Shawn. It's supposed to be his most open and vulnerable yet. It comes out next week. He's been making headlines because he's currently on tour and he's been playing a song from the album that's yet to be released, obviously called The Mountain, which references his sexuality with lyrics like, you can say I like girls or boys, whatever fits your mold. And at a recent performance in Red Rocks, Colorado, he actually elaborated on this. So check this out.
There's just been this thing about my sexuality, and people have been talking about it for so long. The real truth about my life and my sexuality is that, man, I'm just figuring it out like everyone, and I don't really know sometimes, and I know other times.
And so, of course, Shawn's most known relationship was to Camila Cabello for 2 years. He's recently said that they are on really good terms. She still is #1 emergency contact. But I just have to tell the both of you, I've been covering pop culture for a very long time. And I feel like people have been so oddly obsessed with Shawn Mendes' sexuality that it must be so freeing for him to finally talk about it to his own fans on his own terms.
Well, I also think that people trying to pry into somebody's life and business that they're not yet comfortable sharing feels like we've gone too too far as a culture.
Agree,
you know?
agree. Let's talk about Keke Palmer. She's making headlines.
I love Keke Palmer. Yeah, so she is ready to get back out there and dive into the dating world. She's on the cover of People magazine, and she has a new memoir called Master of Me. And in the memoir, she talks about the last couple years of her life, her relationship to her ex and baby's father, Darius. She said they've made mistakes in the past. They're in a good place now, and she's ready to get back out there. She feels hot and fabulous, and listen to the type of guy that she's going for now. Check this out.
A lot of people think they know my type. They don't know my type. My type is actually, I want to say this without saying words that people associate with not good things, but, you know, Steve Urkel type. You know, I'm looking for the guy that's in the sitcom. I'm looking for the guy that makes the dad jokes, you know, the son jokes. I'm looking for the guy that, like, is just, you know, like, hi. You know, I'm looking for that guy. Okay,
I love it.
But by the way, that's the perfect person for her.
I was going to say, it does sound spot on.
Yeah.
Should we talk to her about it when she comes on the show?
Yes, I think we
You guys know I used to be a producer on The Bachelor. I think we should petition for Keke Palmer to be the Bachelorette.
I actually talked with her for her new book. I don't know that she would do it, but I do think we should find her a man.
Yes,
you know
a Steve
what I mean?
Urkel type.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my new type too now.
Okay, I've been deep in the Menendez brothers.
Yes, you
very
have.
deep.
Oh
So deep, my husband's worried about my mental health.
Yeah, everybody is talking about the Menendez brothers because there's a Netflix documentary out about these infamous siblings, and there's a Ryan Murphy true crime series out about these brothers. Now, if you've never heard of Eric and Lyle Menendez, they are known for having fatally shot their parents in their LA Beverly Hills mansion in 1989 when Lyle was 21 and Eric was 18 years old. Back then, the defense argued that they were sexually abused by their father. Long story short, it went to trial twice. They got sentenced to life without parole. Now, the Ryan Murphy series that we're obsessed with is a fictionalized recount of their story, and the brothers have actually come out and said that it is, quote, ruinous and full of blatant lies, but it has sparked this renewed interest in their case that celebrities like Kim Kardashian have spoken out in support of them. And now the LA County District Attorney has recommended a resentencing of 50 years to life. There's a resentencing date now in December, and based off their ages at the time of the case in 1989, they would be eligible as youthful offenders and be eligible for parole.
Yeah,
so a lot of major developments.
The judge acknowledged the abuse and said, given that factor, we should take another look at it.
Yeah. It's been fascinating to witness from the sidelines.
Yep.
Sure has, Naz. Thank you so much.
Naz.
Thank you guys.
Coming up next, actress Juliana Margulies is here.
She's starring in a new Broadway show all about second chances at life and love, and she's going to tell us all about it. Coming up right after this. Juliana Margulies is an Emmy and Golden Globe winning actress who you know from hit shows like ER, The Good Wife, The Morning Show, and now she is hitting the Broadway stage in an intimate play. It's called Left on 10th.
Yeah, it's written by Delia Ephron, the screenwriter behind hit movies like You've Got Mail, and shares her personal story about perseverance, love, and second chances. We're so happy you're here.
This is your first time here. We're so excited.
Is it weird that we feel like we know you?
I know.
No, well, I feel the same way, so that's good. So maybe we do.
Okay, this is an incredible project, and it's so cool that kind of the stars all aligned. You were walking down 10th
It is
Street.
a bizarre, cute, New York, typical New York story. And this play is also a love letter to New York.
Yeah.
Delia Ephron, by the way, we've all been saying it wrong.
Oh, it's Delia.
No, it's Ephron.
Ephron. Oh, I'm like, did I say both wrong? Ephron.
No, it's Ephron.
I've always said Ephron.
We all have.
Yeah.
We all have. And she corrected me because in the play I say, when I'm first on stage, I'm Delia Ephron. But I was saying, I'm Delia Ephron. She's like, it's Ephron. So anyway.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
We had a meet cute. I was walking my dog down Fifth Avenue in Greenwich Village on 10th Street, and her dog came, and they were sniffing each other. And I had just written a book that had come out during COVID, and she said, I loved your book, and she took her mask down and said, I'm Delia Ephron. And I was like, yes, you are. I know you.
Did you want to faint?
I did. I was embarrassing. Anyway, and she had just written Left on 10th, and she left it with my doorman, and we became friends.
Oh my
By the way, a lot of people know Nora Ephron, and
Yeah.
they're like, Delia. Delia was so much a part of almost all of Nora's projects. But
Yeah.
this book was so special and important to her, for her to leave it on your doorstep and say, think about this in the play
Well,
form.
when she wrote the book, she always said she thought of it as a play as well, but she had never written a full. Nora and Delia wrote Love, Loss, and What I
Yes,
Wore,
yeah.
which ran for 3 years. It's now running all over the world.
Yeah.
But she had never written a full Broadway play. That was an off-Broadway play. And she brought it to Daryl Roth, our fearless producer, who had produced Love, Loss, and What I Wore, and said, what do you think? Do you think my book could be a play? And she said, yes, and I have the perfect person, Susan Stroman, who's our director. You should work with her on it. And then in January, she sent me an email and said, I'm turned my book into a play. Will you play me?
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, how? Because I loved the book so much. The book is really...
Tell a little bit about her story, and which is also the story in the
so
play.
her story is amazing because... So Nora died in 2012 of myelodysplastic syndrome, which sometimes can morph into AML, which is a fierce leukemia. And the only thing that can cure it is a stem cell replacement, transfusion. So Delia was Nora's match. But when they did a bone marrow biopsy on Delia, her marrow was a bit wonky. It wasn't exactly sick, but it was potentially sick, so she could not be Nora's match for a bone marrow transplant. And no one else in the world was her match. So she ended up dying, and only a few people knew she was sick. And Delia, of course, knew, and Delia's husband, Jerome Cass, who she had been married to for 33 years, died in 2015 of prostate cancer. And Delia was sort of left on 10th, because that's where she lived, 10th Street, alone and not knowing where her life was going to go to next, and sort of saying, well, I guess it's over. And in typical Ephron form, in the romantic rom-com way, she finally, after 6 months of Jerry, her husband, being gone, she disconnected his landline because she said, enough, he's not coming back. She disconnected his landline, and while doing so, Verizon crashed her intranet, which was her only, as an author, she had a website, and, you know, so that was like giving her a pick-me-up, just writing back to, people who were, anyway. In typical Ephron form, she wrote a great op-ed called Love and Hate on Hold with Verizon. And it got published in the New York Times. Verizon was at her door the next day.
Totally.
Fixed her problem. And she started getting all these emails from people saying, I had the same thing happen to me when I tried to disconnect a loved one's, who had passed there. But anyway, she ends up getting an email from a man named Peter Rutter, who said, actually, we knew each other years ago. Your sister, your big sister Nora, set us up on a date when we were 18.
This is amazing.
And she said, doesn't remember a thing.
At all.
So he says, my wife just died. I had the same problem with Verizon. And by the way, I loved your recent novel, Siracusa, a book she had written in 2016. They fell in love over email.
Oh my gosh.
Just like the movie she wrote, You've Got Mail.
Yes.
They literally, the emails that Peter Gallagher and I say to each other on stage are
real?
lifted out of their emails. Yeah. They're exactly what they said to each other. And so they fell madly in love. He moves to New York. He was in San Francisco.
Yes.
And he was there are so many moments of what a Jungian, he's a Jungian psychoanalyst, call confluences of events. And she had just been invited, before she got his email, to speak in Houston at a conference for Jungians. And she couldn't understand why she was asked to speak, because that wasn't her topic. Her topic was life and change. And she was like, well, if I'm going to go to Houston, I better meet a Jungian. And then she gets an email from Peter Rutter.
Who is one?
Who's a Jungian. They fall madly in love.
I can't.
And then she ends up getting diagnosed with myelodysplastic. She has leukemia. And science is amazing, because we're talking, this is 4 years after Nora died. And now they can do a haplocord transplant, which is taking stem cells from an adult donor and a baby cord that a mother donates after giving birth. The baby cord stem cells are much stronger, but there's not enough of them. So they use an adult and the baby, and then when the baby's cord blood produces enough of them, then you end up with a baby's cord blood. So she went into the hospital type O, and she came out after 100 days, type A blood.
Gosh, how
This is
crazy is that?
That cancer, different types of patients come to watch this
and doctors
play, and doctors just for hope.
So it's been an incredible experience. I have to say, at the stage door every night, there's just people standing there telling us their stories.
Yeah.
Dr. Robos, who treated Delia and Robin Roberts. She's very well known. She's an incredible oncologist, and she's known all over the world. And she said this incredible thing to Delia. A transplant is brutal because your body rejects it.
Yeah.
And you go through things called graft versus host diseases, where you can have horrible rashes, stomach problems, your lungs can fill up with fluid, which is what happened to Delia. But Delia's husband, Peter, never left her side for 100 days in the hospital.
So beautiful.
And saw her oxygen levels falling. It was like 2 in the morning, and he turned up her oxygen and just kept saying, and we have a scene in the play, it is a rom-com.
Yeah.
But it also has a lot of emotional roller coasters, because there's a scene in the play where he just says, Delia, don't leave me. I'm turning up your oxygen, baby, come on, because he knows if the oxygen level goes below 90, he'll lose her. And it goes to 89.
Oh, gosh.
And he turns up her oxygen. Anyway, she lives. They got married in the hospital.
Yeah.
And now she's watching you play her.
And and Peter Gallagher went up to her. Both of them were in rehearsals every day. It was incredible. It was great for me because I was watching all her hand movements and how her physical.
Is it intimidating or no?
No, because they're so joyful, the two of them. They're so crazy about each other, and they're so excited that this play is on Broadway and that people are seeing it. And Dr. Robos told us that so many transplant patients who said no because they're scared, rightfully so, have signed up for transplants after seeing this play.
Wait, what?
It's been an incredible journey of love, loss, hope, second chances. It's just all in one.
We're going
right now.
And there are Thursday matinees.
There are Thursday matinees
at 2 o'clock, right around the corner.
We do 2 shows on Thursday, 2 and 7. It's also an hour 40 minutes, no intermission.
Oh my gosh! Wait, what?
So you're in and out.
You said every single thing.
By the way, that was a beautiful interview.
So
by the way,
thank
that
you,
was so
Juliana.
awesome.
And if you guys, if you are in town for the holidays, Left on 10th is open now at the James Earl Jones Theater here in New York. Get your tickets.
Coming up next, from statement bags to bold belts, the hottest accessories for the fall. Coming up after this.
That was so beautiful.
I would have said
me too.
I was like.
Okay, if you want to step up your wardrobe this fall, all you need are the right accessories.
And here to show us some of the must-haves of the season is style expert Jasmine Snow. Hey, Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine. All right, it's boots. It's boot season, baby.
I like a boot.
I love accessories. Boots, it's all about boots this time of year, but lucky for us, the lower heel is trending right now.
Oh,
and the kitten heel.
Look, I'm wearing this one, which feels kind of low.
Yeah, it's a little bit lower, but the kitten heel specifically is trending right now. So you can be comfortable, not have to worry about, breaking your feet and walking around and getting the blisters.
Cute these oxblood ones.
Cute. This is our new neutral. This oxblood burgundy color. We're loving this right now. But we're loving this creamy winter white too.
I love winter white.
Pretty, and that feels good.
And it's a little more versatile. You can actually dress it up or dress it down because of the lower heel.
Yeah, I love that.
I love this. Everyone's going with this right now.
Very cute.
Okay, we're into it. Now let's talk about, it's all about
blood is everywhere.
Well, or this is kind of brown.
Well, this is our chocolate brown. So
okay, fine. Fashion is not my strong suit.
But tell us about these brown.
Okay, so chocolate brown is the new neutral. Okay, it can be a little bit more oxblood. I see what you're saying.
This one's oxbloody.
Yes, this one definitely, and a little bit right here. This is great for a night out.
Oh, it does read oxbloody on TV.
See?
A little bit, but this is going to be like your new black bag. It's a new classic in your closet. You can go with a night out clutch like this or something like this for every day. You throw everything in it. It's still really polished. We love these totes right now. You carry everything easy and goes with everything.
I love it.
Cute.
Okay, let's talk jewels. You say chunky is back in. Ooh, I like these earrings.
Okay, so if you were into the statement necklaces, so you can add this to your arm party here, or you could just do like a very one on moment right there. Love that. But it's all about the chunky, puffy jewelry. So it's mix your metals. Don't be scared to mix your metals. Gold and silver are friends. We love all of these chunky charms from Bauble Bar. Really cute options, and you can elevate, especially as we're going into party season.
Cute. I like it. Okay, finally the belt.
Belts. Okay, so we love belts. Obviously, it's been happening for a while right now, but we're seeing a lot of these pops of color. We've got metallic, the red, even the leopard, which is a huge trend right now. It's a really fun way to break up your
wearing
outfit.
the leopard.
So cute.
You break it up, and it just gives you a little, nip in the waist.
Should Jenna wear a belt?
Should I have worn a
belt
belt?
this?
Which
Yeah, you
one?
could definitely
I
belt
actually
it.
did try a belt, but then they
didn't
called
like
me
it.
and it was time to go.
Oh, it was too late.
Do you know what I mean?
That does happen.
They were like, Jenna Bush Hager, please come down. I'm like, forget the belt.
Forget the belt.
So, but the thin ones like these are in.
The thin ones are great, and I love that you can also belt a jacket this time of year. It gives you a little bit more shape.
Check out the
Speaking of jackets, we
cardigan.
hear this is the ladylike
I like
cardigan.
that.
Okay, so I know technically this is clothing, but it's that last final layer, just like jewelry. It makes all of the difference in an outfit. These ladylike styles are really in right now, but this is a little bit thicker, like a jacket, as
It
it's
is
getting
thick.
colder.
It's almost a jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
A shirt jacket.
A shirt jacket. A shacket.
Well, I don't know if that's what they call it. Yeah,
They do?
Exactly.
Shackets?
Shacket.
Exactly.
It does feel slightly dirty, but it's not.
No.
Anyway,
But you're
this is
gonna
pretty.
throw this on with an outfit that's gonna be a little bit more elevated. I would pair it with something a little bit more casual, like jeans, maybe some loafers, and this is gonna really lift the outfit.
Yeah, I like the lady Nick.
Thank you,
like
Jasmine.
Thank you. Coming up next, if you're looking for a book you won't be able to put down, best-selling author and my friend Roman Alam has some recommendations right after this. Thank you. Roman Alam is a New York Times bestseller and a Read with Jenna author whose 2020 novel, Leave the World Behind, became a Netflix #1 film. In 2023, it starred Julia Roberts.
We see you smiling. Now Roman is out with his highly anticipated follow-up. It's called Entitlement, and then he's also giving us a few book recommendations. Hi, Roman. Does it feel good to see that?
It always feels, it feels good to be back with you guys. So that's what feels good.
we're
We love it when you're here. Okay, Entitlement is so good.
Thank you.
I know you've been on book tour. Tell me, like, what came? Why did you want to write this?
I wanted to pursue the same project I was pursuing in Leave the World Behind, which is a book that can make you feel slightly afraid and sort of question your own attitudes. In Leave the World Behind, it was a book about fear and information, and in Entitlement, it's to question the reader's attitudes about money itself.
Well, money's often taboo. People don't like talking about it.
Right? Like, even saying
Absolutely. It's impolite to talk about money, but I think that money is this abstract force in contemporary life that we all have some relationship to. Whether it's you have too much of it or you are more likely in need of it and thinking about it. And the novel is really asking the ways in which money affects everyday decisions in everyday life.
You said something to me once, I hope you remember it, that I was like, so are we supposed to leave the world behind thinking this? And you said, that's up to you.
Yes.
And I've said that to other authors because I thought it was so profound that as you write, you're not trying to like spread a message necessarily. You just want to make readers think.
I think it's very happy for me as a writer of fiction that I don't have to provide answers, but I can ask questions, and I love a novel that can sort of prod you to ask questions.
What is the plot here in this Entitlement?
Entitlement is about a young woman in her 30s who takes a job with a man in his 80s who's giving away his fortune before he dies. He's this sort of great American billionaire. She's a young woman who has plenty of money in her own life, but her exposure to his fortune does something to her psyche. And it's really asking the reader to think about the ways that money affects the individual psyche.
Gosh, it's so interesting. Okay, nobody does it better. Brought along some book recommendations. So once we order and finish reading Entitlement, what else should we read?
This is such a good fall. This is such a good season.
Yes.
Alan Hollinghurst, to me, is one of the greatest storytellers we have.
Yes.
Our Evenings is this sort of big, beautiful, enchanting book about an actor, and it's about his life, really, from his boyhood at private school, where he's a scholarship student, till his sort of the evening of his life. And Hollinghurst writes so beautifully about intimate relationships, but also the politics of the time and how those affect his characters. And it's a big book that I could not stop reading.
Oh my God, I love that.
Tore through it.
All right. Okay. Oh, Jason Reynolds. I love Jason.
Everybody loves Jason.
Yes, I know.
Families with children probably already know and love Jason.
Yeah. Yes.
Jason's new book, 24 Seconds From Now, is for an older reader. It's for an older YA reader. But kids deserve a literature that asks questions about the things that they're thinking about.
Yes.
And some parents may be discomfited by the thought of their 16-year-old thinking about sex.
Yeah.
But that is what is on the minds of young people.
Sure is.
And Jason,
they're looking at it on YouTube if they're not reading about it by a great writer.
And to trust a writer who can handle that subject with sensitivity and thought, like a parent is in really good hands with Jason Reynolds. So he's a hero in my house.
All right, let's check out the next one, The City and Its Uncertain Wall.
Haruki Murakami, the Japanese novelist.
One of my favorite writers.
He has a very passionate fan base. He hasn't published a novel in like 7 years. Yeah. And this, like so many of his books, feels sort of mysterious and elusive, but there's something about the way he writes that is so captivating. And you just sort of stay inside of the book. And if you want to lose yourself this fall, which I think most of us do, I think you could not do any better than Haruki Murakami. I'll hand that right to you.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
And, you know, my instructions were to provide some comforting fall reads for you guys. And I don't think it gets any more comforting than Cher's memoir.
Come on.
This
Part
book,
one?
Yeah, she's got many parts.
Okay, listen, if you've had a life like that, you're going to need more than one volume to contain it. And
so this is part one, and is this out already, or it's coming out soon?
No, this is not out already.
Yeah.
How did you get that?
Okay, I'm not allowed to reveal my sources. I don't want Cher to come after me. But you should pre-order this now. I think it'll arrive at your house in the middle of November, and you'll be very glad that you did.
Yes.
It's very hefty. It's only part one.
When you say part one, does it go through part of her life?
Yes, it goes through the first part of her life, and there's a second volume coming. I'm not sure when.
Yes.
There's something about Cher. There's really no one comparable.
Yeah,
no, there
nobody.
isn't.
I can't think of a single person, right? Like, is there anybody comparable?
No.
And so, if you need a great American life story to sink into, you could do no better.
Well done.
But also, you need Ruman's book, please. So for his recommendations, but most importantly, get his book Entitlement. You can go to today.com/books or go to your local indie bookstore, do something good for your community, and buy Entitlement.
Sounds good. Coming up next, guys, the world famous Radio City Rockettes. They're going to kick off the holiday season on our plaza. Coming up. Right
the holiday
after
season.
This. Yeah.
November 4th.
It's time.
The 91st season of the Christmas Spectacular starring the Radio City Rockettes kicks off this Friday.
We're so excited because we're about to be treated to a live performance. But first, Danielle Betcher and Sydney Mesher are here to tell us more about this year's show. Ladies, first of all, we're starting on Friday. How are we feeling as we're getting started?
We are so excited. Yeah. Like we said, we open on Friday. Wow. We run from November 8th to January 5th this year. And make sure to get your tickets because they are on sale.
It's the best show.
It's the best show. And we just ended Halloween. And let's go. The Rockettes are out in full form. What is it like to be part of this incredible institution?
It has truly been the honor of a lifetime. I actually saw the Rockettes for the first time at 13, and it was such a magical experience, and I just knew I had to do this someday, and here I am 12 years later.
We always take our families to go see this, and every year there's like a little surprise that pops up, something different. We're like, that wasn't there last year. Are there any surprises this year?
We always have a couple surprises, but this year we're really excited to be highlighting classic numbers like Parade of the Wooden Soldiers, which has been in the show since 1933, as well as new numbers like Dance of the Frost Fairies, which uses fairy drones that fly high through the sky and bring the audience into a true winter wonderland.
All right.
Amazing. Well, we're getting our tickets and performing Christmas lights. Let's hear it for the Radio City Rockettes. Christmas Spectacular kicks off this Friday, November 8th, right across the street at Radio City. We'll be back right after this.
Coming up tomorrow, best-selling author and podcast host and Professor Adam Grant will be here.
And before we go, we have to celebrate somebody whom we love so much.
This is our girl, Rainey.
Her name is Rainey.
Not only did she finish the New York City Marathon for the 12th time, it's also her birthday.
Rainey is our hero. She does our chat, so if we sound funny, it's because of Rainey.
Rainey, can you believe you did that?
It was a great day. The city was
How
electric.
fast did you run it?
3 hours and 37 minutes.
3 hours?
I laid on my couch watching football for 3 hours and 36 minutes. That is amazing, Rainey.
See you Tuesday.
We love you. Are you?